Hello gurus and welcome to another episode. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Hit the subscribe button, join 76,000 people, smash up the thumbs up button. I hope you're having a beautiful weekend. We're going to jump into the charts for Bitcoin, Ethereum. I'm going to show you what I think is happening in the markets. I'm going to show you my trades, which I currently have a long on a Bitcoin. Ethereum is looking like a pullback a little bit. And then we've got a decider. Is it going to make an ascending triangle which breaks to the downside is bearish, or is it, ascending triangle is bullish, or is it going to make a ascending wedge which is bearish? We're going to see that as well. Hit the subscribe button, join 76,000. Every five times a month my team is picking 5 winners, $200 each USDT. So make sure you comment on every video and they're going to be chosen. And don't forget, join us in the Telegram. Inside the Telegram group, we have more than 2,300 people there after a week, and we're going to be giving away one PlayStation in the next few days. So make sure you join in the Telegram. The links are all in the description. Also, my team just made an epic deal with the second biggest exchange in the world. I'm going to announce more of that as it comes up, and they got a big promotion for our audience, which is going to be epic. Let's jump into the technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going into the technicals for Bitcoin. Right now, alts are kind of pulling back. That's Ethereum, which I'll go into next. But first, Bitcoin, 21,267. Bitcoin has been a little bit bearish, actually. We're going into the technicals now. It's just loading. Okay, so here we are on the daily. RSI is turning down. We had this bull flag, and this bull flag is what you're seeing here is the price of Bitcoin moving over time. This is how it's been dropping for the last few months. You can see that Bitcoin has been on a huge downtrend, right? And we can actually draw out the downtrend. So the big resistance for Bitcoin to actually break will be around here. It needs to come up to around 29,000. So we're actually very oversold right now. However, unfortunately, the RSI is turning back down. And you can see here we had a kind of ascending wedge that broke to the downside. Now we have a symmetrical triangle that broke to the upside. So it could be the bottom. We had a big spike up in volume, but it is turning down and the RSI is turning down, which is not good. Squeeze mob is also peaking at the green without much movement, and stochastic is turning down from very overbought. So the next few days we could actually have a pullback on Bitcoin. This is a slight, once I go into the 4 hour, you'll see it closer. This is a slight bull flag that we have here. As we've got the pole and a flag forming. If Bitcoin can bounce here, head back up to 21,500 and break to the upside, then we can remain bullish. If it breaks down here, 21,100, you could actually be going short on Bitcoin. You could then short it back down to this triangle here, so falling back down to 20,000. If it breaks this point here, I would actually go short. If we come back underneath this area here, 20,000, under 21,000, and come to the downside, you could go short on Bitcoin. So then opening a short at this point here and a stop loss just above it and the take profit there at the monthly. And that would be a really good short to take on Bitcoin. $968 profit for $195 risk without leverage. With 10x leverage, that's $9,000 of profits. That's the short I'll take if Bitcoin breaks that point. Let's go back here. I turned on the Bitcoin indicator bot. On the Bitcoin indicator bot, it did fire a buy back down here, and it hasn't fired a sell yet, which is a good sign. Crypto Guru bot is actually still a sell, and it went into a sell all the way back here. You get it in the master course on April 2020. We went to sell from 40,000, and we've just been heading down. It hasn't flipped to a blue buy. So not so bullish on Bitcoin at the moment. Let's go into the 4 hourly. On the 4 hourly, we broke out of that triangle. We're making that bull flag. RSI is heading down as well. But it's still, as long as we don't break 21K, we're still okay. Squeeze mob is going to the red side, actually. It looks like it could have actually finished this move. Stochastic is very oversold on the 4 hourly. That's a good sign. So hopefully we can hold 21K or we go short. On the hourly, RSI is oversold. Squeeze mob is going towards the red side, and stochastic is heading back up. So that's actually a good sign, a good thing. We're also, that's what's happening on the hourly. As long as we can hold 21,000, we can remain bullish. And I've got a long open actually on Bitcoin. And what you could do is you could have a long open, put the stop loss just underneath that 21,000, and then go long with a target of 22,000. That gives a 5.4 risk ratio, risking 218 to make 1,190. With 10x leverage, I'll be at $11,000 of profits. So you've got two ways to trade this. Either it breaks this 21K, retests, and then goes short to head down to 20K, or we hold here and we bounce up, opening along where we are right now, targeting 22,400. So there's two ways to take it right now. In my opinion, we're still bull flagging, so I'd really be targeting that long first, because we are bull flagging at the moment, which is bullish. RSI is just moving sideways. Stochastic on the 15 minutes is overbought. So on the short-term time frame, we are going to pull back. So I'd wait to actually go long till here. I'd wait to open. That's the trade that will take on Bitcoin. But again, if it breaks that 21K, then we could go short, targeting that. So this is the long that I would take on Bitcoin if I was going long, which I would be. I'm currently long, and I think we are going to be long. If you want to trade like you're seeing me do, you have to make your own decisions. I'm showing you what I think is happening in the markets. Underneath the video, you can sign up to Bybit. This is the trading account that I'm using, the current exchange. It's the fourth biggest exchange in the world at the moment. And if you go down below and you sign up to Bybit, you get a $4,450 deposit when you sign up to Bybit and start trading. You need to deposit Bitcoin or USDT to get that full amount. There's different tiers. If you don't use this link down in the description, my team made this deal. If you don't use this link, you only get a $400 bonus. And don't forget, join us in this Telegram live group for to win that PlayStation. And so you click on this link before you trade, buy, sell alts, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies using this link down below. That will give you this exchange to trade on, and it's a safe exchange. In here, I've got $167,897. I've got USDT 88,000. I've got Bitcoin 47,000 worth 2.2 Bitcoin, and it's all cash. I've got a Bitcoin long from yesterday, which is currently down 27%, $276. My stop loss will trigger at a loss of $467 at 21K, and if that hits 21K, then I will go short. But I'm currently long on Bitcoin. So that's what I think is happening with Bitcoin. Now let's look at Ethereum. So again, I'll just recap what I said. So if Bitcoin stays here at 21K and we get a bounce here, opening along, we can go towards that 22,500. If it breaks here and retest, then broke that major support and we go short to 20K. So big moment of truth here for Bitcoin. Is it bull flagging or is it going to break to the downside? Now I'm going to show you Ethereum, and Ethereum's got two kind of scenarios that are playing. And by the way, if you shorted Ethereum from that video before, congratulations, it hit the take profit. And now what we can see on Ethereum is if we go into the longer term time frame, there's a question here. I want to ask you a question. So this is the same kind of bearish flag that we're talking about. But what do you think this triangle is? Do you think this is ascending triangle, which is a bullish scenario? Or do you think is it an ascending triangle, or is it a what's the other option? Hold on, actually. Ascending triangle, or mind blanking, or an ascending triangle, or a bearish wedge, rising wedge. Do you think that's a rising wedge or a ascending triangle? This is the question that I want to ask you. This is an ascending triangle which goes bullish and breaks out to the base of the triangle. That's an ascending triangle, and that's a good thing. If that is an ascending triangle, Ethereum will play out to the bull side. If it's a rising wedge, it can break to the downside. So to me, it's kind of rising a little bit, right? An ascending triangle would be very flat, and it would be like this, building pressure and breaking to the upside. A rising wedge, which is slightly rising, I would say Ethereum slightly rising. A rising wedge is actually bearish. I would love to know what you think. Do you think it's an ascending triangle that breaks out to the upside, or do you think it's a rising wedge that breaks to the downside? If it's a rising wedge, then we break to the downside for Ethereum. The target will be actually this distance here. This would be the target for Ethereum, taking us to 810, which lines up perfectly with that major support area, where we can see, if we go back on Ethereum, we can see that's a major support going back to all the way back to 2018, where it had a lot of support here. So it's a very important moment actually for Ethereum. That's, in my opinion, I think it is actually a slightly rising wedge. So if it breaks underneath here, if it breaks below 1,100 retests, then we can actually short Ethereum to be targeting that downside. I would actually go short, but only after it breaks it and retests with a very tight stop loss back in the triangle, and the target being 810. That gives a nice risk-reward ratio trade. We'll risk, but it would mean a pain for the crypto markets, everyone. We would risk, it's 4.73 ratio trade. So for every $1,000 we risk, we make $4,700. And that would be a 28% profit trade with 10x leverage, 280% profit. So that's my Ethereum target, and I think you have to make your own decision. What do you think it is? Let me know in the comments. Do you think it's a rising wedge, which is very bearish, this one? Or do you think it's an ascending triangle, which is very bullish? But again, ascending triangle is very flat. An ascending triangle looks like this. It's flat, builds pressure, and breaks the upside. A rising wedge is slightly upwards, like that, and breaking to the downside. So I'd love to know what you think. Again, all trading. Underneath this video, if you sign up again, down below, you sign up to Bybit, you get that trading account, and that's where I'm doing my trades. which is beautiful. That's my thoughts on Bitcoin, Ethereum. Thank you all for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Join 76,000 people. Smash up thumbs up button. Don't forget, comment down below. Do you think it's an ascending wedge? Ascending triangle or bearish wedge? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. This is James from Crypto Guru, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.